about everything that's going on in the hood. Oh, yeah. You can catch us on IG or catch us on the book. YouTube, you can catch us. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel while you're watching. LinkedIn, you can catch us. But let me tell you who the host of the show is.
All right, what's going on, South Florida? Listen, that good song right there is on loop. That's on loop. Y'all can't hear that more than one time because that's an expensive intro. One time per show. Listen, this your girl, Kenya C. Willer. Let me check my size. All right, yeah, I'm good. Tonight, I got a great show for you. As everybody know, I have this ongoing joke with everybody. I have an ongoing joke with everybody. They say, where you from, Florida? I say, no, I'm from Delray. Where you from? I'm from Delray. They never fought Delray. So just to let y'all know, I am very proud to be from the great city of Delray Beach. And as you know, anytime I introduce myself, I always say the great city of Delray Beach. I'm born and raised. I ain't moved there. I ain't stumbled on it. I was born at Bethesda and came home to Delray Beach, Florida. And I'm so excited that this weekend that Delray is having one of the, listen, the weekend that Delray is putting on next weekend, Father's Day weekend, Juneteenth weekend, is really just listen, it's like no other. They're doing some big things all summer long, which is you can follow me on all social media outlets. Also, everyone that's on the stage tonight, that will be on the stage tonight, you can follow them as well because there's so many things that are going on in the community that you need to be aware of, dressed up if you're in the city of Delray. And if you're not in the city of Delray, y'all just come down and visit us because Delray is the best. Just to let y'all know that. We hot like that over there. I gotta let Kenya tell. I think it's like the Golden State, Golden City, some city we are. I don't know the name. I forgot about that part. But we have some great things that going on, and we have some organizers that's here with me tonight. And first, let me just say this. I want to say thank you to Kenya Madison. I'm gonna tell you why. Because she could have went on any other platform. She could have reached out to anybody else. And I'm not saying that my platform is small, but there are bigger platforms that may be a little bigger than mine. That Kenya just chose me. She chose me to say, hey, Kenya, we want to go ahead and come together so that we can get the word out about what is going on in the great city of Delray Beach. I don't care what you heard. Just know Delray is the best. Again, we got some people that's going to come on that is going to let you know what is going on to keep you abreast about next week and the entire summer. Follow everybody because the summer is awesome. Now, I just want to say this. One of our proud sponsors, Make Travel Your Business. If you love to travel, y'all contact Dr. Joe Riley. Listen, if you want to start a business and want to get it, let him tell you. Hold on, let him tell you.
If we could show you how to save money on your travel, would that make sense to you? If we could show you how to supplement your income without getting a second or third job, would that make sense to you? If you said yes to any of these questions, become an independent travel agent with Intel Travel and start your home-based business today and turn your dreams into a reality. Call us for more information, 754-267-9329. For your next travel plans, visit our website at josephriley.inteltravel.com/booktravel.cfm.
Now, again, I need you to contact Joe Riley, Make Travel Your Business. Just to let you know, tonight he will be live via Zoom. So if you want more information on starting your own travel business, contact Joe Riley. Again, contact Joe Riley. The phone number, the number here is 754-267-9326. 754-267-9326. You will not be disappointed. Again, log on with him to get more information about becoming a travel agent. Okay? Just to let you know, y'all contact Joe Riley for more information. Now, without further ado, I want to bring on my good friend Kenya so that she can tell you about some things that are going on in the community. I know, listen, she's in her car because Kenya is one of the busiest people in the world that I know of. She's another Kenya. She's really, really busy. And we're going to bring her in so that she can tell you what's going on in the city of Delray on next weekend. Hey, Kenya.
Hey, Kenya.
There it is.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, listen. I want to thank you guys so much. I want to thank everybody that comes on the panel tonight, and also everybody that's involved for calling little old me to to choose my platform. And it makes me feel really good that the city of Delray is reaching out to me, who is a Delray. I ain't even gonna say a native. I'm from Delray. They say, "Where you from?" I'm from Delray. They say, "What part of Florida, Delray?" So thank you guys so much. I almost got emotional earlier today. I was like, really? You could have went anywhere else, but you came to me. So on behalf of me, my network, let me just say thank you so much for choosing us for this time to be with you guys.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You're welcome. And I don't know where else I would have gone first. To have the conversation, to really get the word out to my community, and to bring in others that are doing the work alongside me. I am busy. I'm admit it. I am busy. I am in my car. I'm in West Palm Beach. I teach a class on Tuesday nights, and so I stepped aside and came to my car so that I could have this time uninterrupted with no distractions to just talk it through. But it's important for me to make sure that as much as we have access to new platforms, I will share. I'm really excited that the Juneteenth Think Tank is the number 2 thing to do according to Delray Magazine. But guess what? Delray Magazine called me to say we would like to feature you. Um, and that means a lot, but then you still have to stay true to the channels and the pathways to get the word out that people are tapping into, and that is home team. Because if you don't, then what are you doing it for real?
Oh, that you know what? That is a mouthful that you guys never forget where you came from. Now listen, next weekend is going to be. I don't know how y'all gonna do it. I don't know how y'all gonna do it. It's just so magical. You got the golf carts, you got the breakfast, you got the fashion show, you got everything that's going on. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna bring up everybody that's on right now so that you can
Yeah,
introduce them and tell me exactly what they do. Now I know that Greta Britt is really my cousin. I know y'all don't know that, but that's really my cousin. That's Greta Britt. And I don't
nice.
know Charlene Farrington. So you go ahead and introduce everybody of the think tank.
Certainly, certainly. I'm really happy to see these two ladies that are on screen with me now, because they are very, very instrumental and have been instrumental in making sure that the Juneteenth Think Tank is a success, both last year and this year. And I couldn't have done it without either one of them. I'll start with Minister Greta Britt. She just wants to be called Greta, but I give respect where respect is due. She is a minister, and she is the leader and founder of United Believers. She has coordinated quite a few things alongside in partnership with Healthier Delray Beach to include local churches, Delray Beach churches, and other clergy alliances. And she's really been an anchor for us in our faith-based community to just continue to stay engaged, stay connected, and partner along the way with so many things that we do. And the Juneteenth Think Tank was, just again, a natural fit. So I'm grateful for her and her presence. And then Miss Charlene Farrington, if you don't know her, you definitely should now and do now. She is the president, CEO of the Spady Cultural Heritage Museum. Yes. The Miss Charlene Farrington. If you Delray, then you know Miss Vera Farrington forever.
Yes, yes.
Her mother. And Charlene runs the Spady Cultural Heritage Museum as an establishment and also as an organization. So I'm happy for her partnership. and she has been instrumental in leading our cultural education component. She has been educating our community on our cultural heritage for decades. But as it relates to the Juneteenth Think Tank, she led the cultural education component last year and again this year. So, of course, I will give the floor to both of them to really talk to and speak to what they're coordinating, organizing for the whole day. And then I'll give some context and overview for the things that are happening around it. The day before, the week before, we got the roadmap out. I'll make sure that we talk about that. So yeah, I'm just happy to be here. Thank you again for having me. Thank y'all for being here too, Minister Britt and Charlene.
Minister Britt, tell us what component. I know you a key piece because I know you my cousin, so I call you Greta. But when we call you Minister,
no.
Okay, all right, Greta, cousin Greta, go ahead and tell us what component that you have about this big weekend that Delray has coming up, Juneteenth weekend.
Okay, yes. Hello, thank you for having me. We, United Believers, will be spearheading the prayer service for the day. We are going to kick it off with prayer. We know that in order to set the atmosphere for everything else, it needs to be done through prayer. So we are going to set the atmosphere for the rest of the day and just have a glorious, fun-filled, spirit-filled day where we're honoring our kings and the community. So that's what we will be doing for the Juneteenth event coming up in a week or so.
Now that one is on. Is that the 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. prayer breakfast Juneteenth cultural education? Is that they're gonna have a rib off? Come on, show. And they have a talent show, vendors and community resources, food and beverages, and more. So again, this is the second annual think tank. Now, I just got a person that inboxed me and said, can someone break down what is Juneteenth?
Okay. Y'all want me to jump in on that one?
Certainly.
Okay, Juneteenth. Juneteenth is June 19th, 1865. That is the date when the Union troops who were traveling through the South since 1864 made their way to Galveston, Texas. And in Galveston, Texas, like they did in many other southern states leading up to it, they read the proclamation that was signed by President Lincoln, and they enforced the proclamation. So it isn't as if people weren't aware that the proclamation had been signed. But just like anyone else, if you've got free labor and somebody somewhere in another state says, you know what, you have to release that labor now, or either you need to pay them for their work. Farm owners and slave holders in the South did not want to comply, and they didn't. So it was up to the Union troops to travel around through the Southern states and enforce the emancipation. So the troops arrived in Galveston, Texas in 1865 and forced the release of the rest of the slaves, the people who were enslaved that were being held at that time.
All right, so here it is. Y'all understand that Juneteenth is a very important day. I tell people all the time that it's a very important day and that we have to understand our history. I know sometimes you guys get that mixed up with the Emancipation Proclamation, but those are two different dates. I'm in the middle of an argument with somebody, but it's okay. So she broke it down for you. Miss Charlene, while I have you open, your mic open, what component are you playing? And again, it's very nice to meet you as well. What component are you playing with this weekend, this historical weekend that Delray will be putting on?
So what I'm working on is what I love most, and that is the heart of the matter, the educational component of the celebration. I there were several people who came to the table. Alexis Burns, Brian Knowles, Rosalind Murray, and myself, as well as others. And what we really want to do is to have a meaningful discussion about what emancipation is, what Juneteenth is, and what it means to us as citizens here in Florida and in the US, especially Black citizens of the US. So we're going to have 4 different perspectives on emancipation and its outcomes for our community. And we're just going to get into some intense conversation about what it means to be emancipated here in the US. And so the 4 of us are going to have some presentations, and this whole thing is going to be moderated by some really great volunteers from the Wellington branch of Wells Fargo. They're going to actually moderate the conversation for us. So our piece is going to start at around 10, if I'm not mistaken, and we'll go from 10 to 12, 12:30 with these discussions.
Okay, so Delray's Palpay.
Yeah, this will be the opportunity for those, if you don't know what Juneteenth is, or if you know what it is, but you don't know the significance of it, the importance of it, then this is where you need to be so you can hear all of that.
Wow. Listen, so just for me to you guys, if you want to understand and know more about Juneteenth and why we're celebrating, Saturday, and this will be at Pompey Park, am I correct? Everything's at Pompey?
Yes.
Yes, everything is at Pompey. The weekend is, well, the week has many components. I do have to look at the roadmap. And I have to say thank you to the Delray Beach Community Redevelopment Agency for the 2nd year in a row. They have done the Juneteenth roadmap both in paper version and online. So even as we're, let's say you're hosting an event or you're hosting a conversation that you want to tie in, we're able to add to the Juneteenth roadmap in an online format so people can know that there are things happening. We started off this weekend with the Walk Against Violence and Hate. You can see all those plot points on there. But it goes all the way from this weekend that just passed up to June 27th. But what's happening Juneteenth weekend, that Saturday, we're going to have, well, before that, we got the author speak that takes place at the Spady Cultural Heritage Museum. No, I'm sorry, that's at Arts Garage, right? Arts Garage. It's the author speak, and we'll have dialogue with an author. And then Saturday is the Green Market. And
what time is that? Friday night, Kenya?
6 p.m. Thursday, June 15th at 6 p.m. at Arts Garage. And Arts Garage is the space that's right below the parking garage by Old School Square. And then on Saturday, what you were just showing on the screen is the Take Me Out to the Ball Game golf cart ride. That is honoring seniors in our community, men who are year 70 and older. If their families or their neighbors want to register them, because I know, men that are like seniors and 70, they may not be Eventbrite savvy, but this is an opportunity for us to really engage and love on the senior males and kings in our community. And we'll be providing lunch and taking them out to a fun day at Pompey Park to enjoy a game. And then Saturday is also Crafted on the Avenue. And then that will be at Libby Wesley Plaza from 1 to 5. And that's hosted by the Delray Beach CRA also. And the big fun evening event is the Splash of Excellence Poolside Fashion Show. And that is hosted by City of Delray Beach Parks and Rec. The people over at Parks and Rec, Prentice, Rohan, Miss Verna, Gerard, all of those folks over at Pompey Park they do such an amazing job to really support our community and keep something happening that is relevant to what's going on in community. So we appreciate them and their partnership too. And then on Sunday is the main event, and that's the Juneteenth Think Tank, second annual Juneteenth Think Tank. And I'm really proud to say that it's the second annual, because last year when we started meeting, started talking, and wanting to do something, because the federal government had just given us recognition of Juneteenth as a federal holiday, right? And many of us in the community have been doing stuff or talking about it over the years, but we said this is really an opportunity to bring the city out. This is an opportunity to not just have a cookout in the park, but really educate our community. And so I was grateful and really, really happy that Miss Charlene and the Spady Cultural Heritage Museum really showed up and shined in such a major way last year, because we were able to learn about a lynching site that was here in Delray Beach, or is here in Delray Beach. We were able to, in partnership with Spady and the Equal Justice Initiative, bring up soil, excavate soil from that lynching site. And then at the Juneteenth ceremony, we were able to jar that soil, and a jar of it remains at Spady Museum. And then others of it went on to be a part of the ongoing project that the Equal Justice Initiative is doing. And they just did a commemoration for a lynching site in West Palm Beach this year. So, and we knew that was going to happen. So we knew that by just bringing that to light and helping people to really, really understand the rich cultural history that we have here in Delray, that it was going to really set a tone for how we talked about the day for years to come, how we educated families and community about Juneteenth for years to come. And it really anchored for me the reality of what the outcome of slavery was. And our history doesn't begin or end with slavery, but it gets highlighted so much that it's important to talk about it, help people make sense of it, and then talk about ways that we can still honor our cultural history right now in 2023, because people sometimes have that historical disconnect, but we're hoping to really bring it into the present and give people a way to acknowledge today. And man, if you don't pay attention, like, we live in Florida, we live in a place where if you do not advocate for for yourself as a person of color, if we do not organize and mobilize as communities of color and advocate and vote, then we see what the policies will turn out to be. If we don't speak up, we will have no voice. You know, they're trying to take away words like diversity, equity, and inclusion. You can take away the words, but the notion, the very definition of it is still embedded in who we are and in society. So that just doesn't make sense to do in 2023. But if we don't become involved, if we don't continue to educate and show our community ways to get involved and advocate for themselves as residents, then we're doing ourselves a disservice by even holding events like this. So for me, that's the whole point. That's the purpose, is to give people an activity that they can participate in, but certainly walk away knowing more, having access to more information, knowing ways that they can advocate for themselves. So the panel discussion I'm looking forward to, because it's going to touch on a number of topics. So whether politics is your thing, or education is your thing, or you are a person who is concerned about the reentry process, or folks who are facing incarceration, families that are living with family members incarcerated and welcoming them back into their homes after that experience, we're going to be talking about ways that we can take better care of each other, not just in addition to the historical aspect of Juneteenth, but again, how to make it relevant for now.
Kenny, I thank you so much. Listen, I am still sitting here like, what a lynching site at? I didn't know Derek had a lynching site. I'm like, I gotta come by Spain and do so much research. Listen, Miss Charlene, I know, and I'm not getting off topic, y'all, but I want to make sure that everyone know who is sitting on the platform. Everybody knows Kenny Madison. She's not a stranger to the platform because as soon as they already do something, y'all know she coming over here to Hot Topics. But Miss Charlene, just let us know exactly what your organization do and what you do so that going forward, maybe someone can't make it on Juneteenth weekend, but we want to make sure that everyone knows what you do and who you are. And again, I apologize because I've not been in State yet, and I'm from there already. So let me apologize first by saying I apologize. But let everybody know who you are as far as what the State Culture Center does in your organization.
Okay, so it's quite all right that you haven't been there yet. And if there's anyone who is listening that hasn't been there, listen, rest assured we will remain. So whenever you get an opportunity to come visit, we will be there, and we will be welcoming you with open arms. The Spady Cultural Heritage Museum was founded in 1997, but the current site where we are opened in 2001. Our primary mission is preservation. We preserve the historic structure that we are in, which was built by Solomon Spady. He was the third Black teacher in Delray. We preserve the collections of Black pioneers of Delray Beach. These are people, some of the earliest people to come to Delray Beach and settle in the late 1800s. And we preserved the documentation and items that these people collected over the years. This is rich source material, which validates the fact that Black people were in Delray Beach. We were one of the first populations after the Seminoles and the Maroons to settle in Delray Beach. And our collections speak to the contributions of Black people in Delray Beach. At this moment, we are still the only Black History Museum in the entire county. There are other organizations that have certain aspects of what we do. There are other organizations that have collections, or there are other organizations that does Black history programming, but no other organization has a footprint, has collections, has public programming, has a youth mentoring program, and has regular exhibitions throughout the year, and is open all year long. So we are it in terms of representation of a Black history site in the county, and we are working feverishly with others to get more representation of our Black history in Delray Beach. But that is what we do. We preserve and we educate.
Wow. And again, I got to get in that 1 minute of what you said gave me so much information on Spady. Now, again, it's on Fifth Avenue, which is only across the avenue and 3 blocks over. So shame on me that I have not visited Spady. And I went to church right next door, right next to Bree. Actually, our church was across the street.
St. Paul.
Yeah, I used to go anytime Miss Britt has something and she invites me. I always go there. But if you remember, the original New Jerusalem site was right across the street in that storefront. New Jerusalem Church of God in Christ. When we first started our church, it was on Southwest Fifth Avenue, right across the street next to Mr. Penny.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Penny had the fruit stand, and right next door was the tire shop and a storefront church until we moved to Lake Otter Road for our final site where we are now back open, thank God. We're back open after 5 years. So, yeah, I'm very familiar with Fifth Avenue, and I have to make a stop to come visit you because there's just a lot that goes on, and I have to visit you guys. So I just want to know, and I know you're not a believers because, again, my cousin, she texts us all the time. I get a text from her all the time about everything that is going on, but I want her to let my audience know that's on the live and on the replay what her organization does and what it entails so that they can connect with you as well.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much. United Believers is a network of pastors and churches coming together to address the ills in the community, making a bigger presence in the community, because we know that when you come together in unity, things begin to happen, and it begin to happen on a magnitude scale. So again, just trying to make a presence in the community, because there's a lot of a lot of talk where churches don't come together, they don't work together, they're not doing anything in the community. So just trying to combat that with us coming together and doing things. Like you said, we participate in a number of things. Souls to the polls. We actually have had Know Your Rights symposiums when all of these shootings were taking place, and we thought that it was very important to educate our community and our youth on how to respond, to a police officer when you're stopped, so that you can come back home safe. And we have done sit-ins. I'm trying to think, and then, like you said, we do collaborate with other clergy alliances like Boynton Beach, Palm Beach County Clergy Alliance, and even up in Riviera Beach. So that's what we're doing, and we invite anyone who wants to join the fight. We're just taking a page out of Dr. King's book from, where he was just making the church the hub of the community. And that's kind of where we want to get back to, making the church the hub of the community to disseminate information and give it out.
All right, and I want to say this to both of you. My platform is always open for anything you need me to do. Anytime you're doing anything, you can always if you're on social media, I tell people all the time, a lot of people say I don't do business in Facebook inside inbox. Inbox me. You'll get to me a little quicker than anything else by calling me. Inbox me and let me know what you're having so that we can support you at KCW Multimedia Group, because as you know, I love my city, but also love my people. And I want to make sure that we're getting the exposure we need for everything that is going on. Listen, family, I need everybody who's under the sound of my voice to know that on Sunday, June 18th from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., the prep breakfast, again, the Juneteenth cultural education, the Rib Off. And that's hosted by, who's hosting the Rib Off?
Parks and Rec. Prentice Mobley. Prentice Mobley and Parks and Rec. Yes, is
y'all come out and some ribs.
But to register for the Rib Cook-Off, it's through the Eventbrite. Everything, all the RSVP, all the registration is happening through the Eventbrite, and you can. I'll make sure that you have the link to post for your viewers and your listeners. But yes, it's all happening through the Eventbrite, and we're not looking for anybody to like be ready to open their own barbecue stand the following week. We are looking for Uncle Chuck, Uncle Charlie, Uncle Ricky, brother so and so, who make a mean slab of ribs. That's who we want to be a part of the Rib Cook-Off. And it really is a day to help families come out and enjoy the day with us, so that they can plan to spend the day with us at the park. We'll have things happening indoors and things happening outdoors. The pool will be open, so families can really plan to spend the day with us and enjoy the entirety of the day from 8 to 4.
What about vendors? Kenya, they have vendors, because
vendors. We do have vendors, and vendors can register via the Peach Umbrella Network. If you are a member of the Peach Umbrella Network, it's $50 to become a member, and it's free to be a vendor at the Juneteenth Think Tank and other community events once you become that member of the network. But if you are not, it's just a $50 fee for the day to be a vendor, and there's plenty of space still, so you can register for that through Eventbrite as well. There's a link there.
All right, so she's going to drop that link she's going to drop the link so that you guys can have it. later on the live and on the replay if you're listening. Listen, go to Eventbrite. Go to Eventbrite. Sign up. For those of you who say y'all can burn a mean slab of ribs and don't nobody know but y'all, going over there and register so that you can be a part of that. Also, Splash of Excellence celebrating Juneteenth fashion show, Dressed to Impress fashion show is hosted by Nene Gemini. If you have not experienced the Nene Gemini experience, you ain't experienced nothing. Contact Gerard Smith over at the Parks and Rec. They'll be more than happy to give you more information. And again, it's at the Pompey Park Pool. If you don't know what Pompey Park is, that's on you, because everybody knows Pompey Park. Again, it's $20 in advance. Get it in advance. Don't pay $30 because, last minute people. $20 in advance, $30 at the door. Doors open at 5:30. Show begins at 6:30. You don't want to miss this. I want to say this again. You don't want to miss this. Splash of Excellence put on by the city of Delray Beach, Florida. They have so many things going on. And again, I don't want you to say I didn't tell you so. And I want to send a shout out to LeJune. LeJune is doing big things with her cars. LeJune called me one day. I was at somewhere, and she said, "I need you to." And I was like, "Okay." And then I totally forgot. So LeJune, let me publicly say I'm sorry because I was in the middle of either an event or something. But again, the golf cart club is growing each and every day, and they're honoring the fathers. They did it on Mother's Day. They're honoring the fathers. Take me out to the ball game. They're gonna have lunch, free food. Y'all can go get some free food. They give y'all free food. Lunch and fun-filled golf cart ride in our community. Again, that's at Pompey Park, and the first 40 to 50 people to register can participate. What more y'all want? Y'all gonna ride around the city in golf carts.
And if you don't own a golf cart, you can rent one from On the Ave Rentals. That is a local Delray Beach, Pat Glover, Lion Order Gold business. So you can make sure that you rent a golf cart from On the Ave Rentals if you don't own one. But I want to make sure that I shout out LaJuan Leonard, who is organizing the golf cart ride and the golf cart club. We appreciate their participation. They reached out and they were like, "Do you mind?" And I'm like, "Do you mind?" This is what I want to tell everybody in Delray. In as much as you see my face and you hear my voice a whole lot, I don't own none of this. I live here just like y'all do, and I'm working hard just like everyone else. So don't ask for my permission. Just do it and we'll figure out a way to partner. That's what I want to say. Just do it and we will figure out a way to partner. Because I am not the person that is giving permission, but I am the person that you want to call if you want to just, figure out how we can all work together and move and groove together, because that's what we're doing. We figured that formula out a long time ago, that we're stronger together. The spirit of unity is really contagious. I will say that the spirit of unity is very contagious. And when all we had to do was experience a little bit of sweet success, and realize that we are stronger together, then we were just off and running. So to plan this event, we meet year round. We meet bi-weekly, year round. And starting in like mid-May and June, we meet every week. But there's opportunity. I want to share that too. There's opportunity to partner. There's opportunity for sponsorship. There's opportunity to still come on board and participate with us. And if you would like to do that, I am definitely going to put my contact information in the chat box, because I want folks to reach out for that.
All right, so listen, I want to let me tell you something, girl. You almost had me running for a minute there. You're not like a good word. When she said unity is contagious, I forgot I was on Tuesday, not Thursday night, because on Tuesday night we do business. Thursday when we have church, I said, "Come on, you got to preach." So I had to get myself together. King, you got to preach on this good Tuesday night. You know what I'm saying?
And I will too. I come on a Thursday and deliver a word too. I don't have a problem with that. I talk to anyone. Because the important thing is that we reach everyone. We reach as many as we can. And I know that my conversation doesn't always resonate. So someone may want to hear Minister Britt's voice. Someone may want to hear Miss Charlene's voice and talking about our community from a historical context. We even have youth, that are tapped in for this event. We've got the Achievement Center's youth. I don't want to overlook that because they're not here tonight, but the Achievement Center's youth and EJS youth are very heavily participating in this event. So we've got all ages represented. We've got something for everybody. And we just really want people, like I said, to come and plan to spend their Father's Day with us. It's going to be worth their time. Definitely going to be worth it.
So listen, I'm going to look into being a vendor. I got to check. I can't just speak out loud. I got 3 calendars I need to check before I start saying I'm going to make moves. I know y'all probably say, you ain't that busy. I'm a little bit busy. So I got to check all 3 calendars. But I do want to thank each and every person for tuning in tonight. To hear about what is going on in the great city of Delray Beach. Now, what is it called again? What is it called? What is the Delray called? It's the
Juneteenth Think Tank.
No, what is Delray called? Delray's got a name now.
Oh, like a nickname, like the All-American City.
Oh, the All-American City. That was called.
Yeah,
we the All-American City.
We won a couple of awards for that.
Yeah, we the All-American Cities.
We're the village by the sea. We are. What else are we? You all, y'all help me with that. We don't know. They're like we don't know. They're like we just care about no. The set. I'm a holler out. The set.
Yeah, they like we don't know. All we know is we be at Pompey Park and at Spady. We know about all that on Atlantic Avenue when you first get off of these 2 bridges. We don't know about all that. We just know about that. I get you. North side, south side. I'm from the south side. I'm from Frog Alley. So I don't know about All-American. I know about Frog Alley. But again, we want to send a shout out to everybody that's in Delray. I'm looking forward to meeting and greeting and new people and hanging out with you guys over the weekend. I'm going to do my best to be with you guys on the 17th. Again, I can't promise because I'm just speaking without a calendar in front of me. But that is my goal, to at least get there one day. So again, I can't hold y'all long because I got another show coming up. I can't hold y'all long. I promise y'all 30 minutes and we done went to 45. So I appreciate you. Kenya, I love you. Like I said, next year, let me know so I can be a part of it and everything that you got going on. Miss Charlene, it is so nice to meet you. And if you're doing anything over at Spady, please inbox me or call me so I can come over and do some interviews for you, get some coverage. We do mobile. We don't just sit here. We're out in these streets too. Cousin Greta, I know you gonna text me every day. When you don't text me, I'm worried. I'm like, wait, I ain't getting no text. Is everything okay? So we know that you we know that you're gonna connect with me. And I want to thank everybody for coming on and taking time out your schedule. Looking forward to see you guys at the prayer. Looking forward to see you guys at the historical. Kenya, thank you for getting out of your class. I'm going to let y'all go. And I'll see y'all soon. Y'all have a good night.
Well, wait a minute. I know we have gone over time, but I do have one more thing because Rose Newbold Biffo was going to join us. And I'm not sure what happened, but she is coordinating the talent explosion. That's the part of the day that we did not talk about yet. We're kicking the day off. The same day. It's a part of the Juneteenth Think Tank. We're kicking the day off with a prayer breakfast. We have the cultural education conversation. We're going to have lunch. And then we have a talent explosion that's being coordinated by Rose Newbold Biffo and a few other community members. So, I heard they got a dude that's saying like Otis Redding and another one that's saying like Luther. I ain't gonna call no names. I'm just tell y'all to come on out. The talent explosion starts at 2 p.m.
Can you tell me the name? Because I just want to know the name before I come.
Who the person is that's singing?
Yeah, tell me.
No, I ain't gonna tell you. You gotta come. I'm not gonna tell you.
I need to know the dance.
Well, when Miss Rose releases the itinerary, because I can't reveal nobody else's component. But this is what I will say: we've got about a good 8 dudes, a good 8 gentlemen, a good 8 kings who are ready to perform for y'all, and they're gonna shut it down. So that's all I'm gonna say.
Well, let me clear my schedule so I can come out there and get some good content.
And we got room for 2 more. We have room for 2 more. So if there's someone out there that's hearing us and is like, well, I can sing, I can dance, I got spoken word too, there's time for you to still sign up and get your name on the list to perform.
Okay, good people of Delray and surrounding areas, if you want to come out to the talent show and sing your little hearts out, sing your little song, or do your little dance, please come out. I'm gonna do the best I can to be there. I'm not a judge, but I'm gonna be a judge from the back. That's what I'm gonna do. A judge from over there. I'm gonna be like, okay, you better sing your little song. Okay, so let me check my calendar because I really gotta come now. Rose, I know you didn't come on, but I'm excited about the talent show. I'm excited. So we're going to do what we can to be there. Again, I thank y'all so much. If y'all need me, I am here for you because this is what family do. And I consider all of us in the city of Delray family. And when I go on my next show, I'm going to use everything Kenya said in my next show because that was, I love that girl. That was, it's contagious. Unity is contagious. All right, guys. I got to get up out of here. I got to let you guys go. I love you. Cousin, listen, I know my cousin was in the back. I saw her walk through the house, tell her we say hello. And that we love her. Miss Charlene, you is now my new auntie. So when you see me, I'm going to say, hey, Auntie Charlene. Like you don't know who I am.
I'm fine with that.
Don't play. Don't play like you don't know me. I'm family. I live across the street from Faye all my life. So, Faye. Everybody know Faye and Andrew. I live across the street from them. So that automatically make you my family. So
I got you.
Cousins. You got me? All right. I gotta get out of here. I'll holler at you guys later. Thank you. Preferably, I'll see you guys Juneteenth weekend so that we can all come together and have a blast. I want to thank y'all so much and y'all have a good night.
Good night.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Listen, y'all better get Delray. Y'all better get to the city of Delray. They got a lot of stuff going on. I read it, but I didn't get it. So listen, they got a fried breakfast. Now, I don't know about fried breakfast now. I don't, because, sometimes I feed you at the end. But I'm gonna try to make it there. Juneteenth cultural education, a rib-off, a talent show, vendors and community resources, food and beverages, and more. That is on Sunday. Then they have the golf cart club that's Saturday from 9:30 to 12:30. So listen, come on out and hang out with them on Saturday. Then Saturday night, again, they have the Parkway Park, the fashion show. So again, do me a favor. Pick something to go to. If you can't go to everything, go to something. Go out and support what Daryl's doing because they're doing a whole lot to put this on. And we want to make sure we come out and show some love. Listen, I got to get out of here. I got to run. I had so much fun. But y'all catch me in an hour on the late night show. And again, I want to thank y'all ever so much for joining me. Thank you so much again. It's your girl, Miss Kenya, the CEO, Hot Topics Pop-Up Show.
Kenya, Speed Willa, CEO, talking about the hot topics. OT,
CEOs, what do you see, Willa? Talking about the hot topics, my girl, yeah. What do you see, Willa? Talking about the hot topics. You wanna know what's going on? Yeah, we talk about it. All in the streets, yeah, we talk about it. What's going on in the church? Yeah, we talk